I realize I really need a stand to put my phone on, make things a lot easier. So my first video, I kind of rambled, and I figured I'd do these rambles and rants and call them car talk. Just really sitting in my car in my driveway and just, what's on my mind or what I'm thinking about. Just kind of do that to give some insight and stuff like that. One of the things that I really have thought about is failure. And we all have that feeling of failure. We feel like we don't rise to the occasion, or, we don't do something because we automatically have in our mind that we're going to fail. And one of the questions that I always ask is what pushes me through that feeling? We're all going to fail at something, but it's really, what do you do to push through? It's like what Rocky said in Rocky Balboa. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and then get back up. And I feel, for me, what really pushes me is I have a good support system. When you're alone, when you feel you're alone and everything's kind of crumbling on you, you don't really feel like you do, but I realize that I do. I have a very supportive family. My friends are very supportive. Everybody believes in me. I have a special lady in my life, and she truly believes in me. In fact, at our beach trip, she got me this, and I always keep it on. And it just reminds me that there's someone out there that truly believes in me. And I mean, to be honest with you, I tell her this all the time. She's more than I deserve. She's an amazing woman, and she's a rock. She's pretty much always there to tell me, we've got this, it's going to be okay. And she's really amazing, and she's gotten me out of a lot of darkness that I've been in. But with her and with my friends, I've talking about heroes. It sounds weird, but I said I've always wanted to be a hero. And again, like yesterday, one of my friends said, well, you are one. You look after your mom, you call your friends, you make sure everybody's okay. And I look back on it and I realize that I'm not alone, even when I feel I am alone. One of the crazy, I've got a lot of names at work. I've been called Superman, Captain America, and that's not to be gross or to think, to be cocky. It's the way that people see me. I don't even see myself like that. I'm just me. But I told my friends, and I actually posted this on my Facebook, the time I really felt like Captain America was when I was at my lowest, and I saw just how many people came up to really pick me up. I felt like Captain America at the end of Endgame, when all of the portals started open and he felt he was alone, but then the portals opened up and everybody was around him. And that's where I really felt like Captain America. But the big thing is what drives you past that failure point where you feel like you're going to fail. Something has to. I'm also reminded of something that a personal trainer told me. He said, why do you go to the gym? And you think about it, and everybody says the same thing: to lose weight, to get in shape. And he made a good point. He said, if that's the only reason that you're coming to the gym, then the gyms will be packed and nobody will be able to get in. You have to find something in you that makes you want to go to the gym, whatever it may be. And that's the same thing. We're all going to have that feeling of failure, or we don't want to do something because we feel like we're going to fail at it. But what pushes you past that point? And even when you fail, what drives you to get back? And excuse me, what drives you to really kind of get back in there? That's one big thing that I always say is you want to weaponize that feeling of failure. What you don't want to internalize it. You don't want to, you don't want to internalize it. But what you want to do is you want to take that and say, okay, if you did fail, why did you fail? How do you feel? And then use that feeling to kind of motivate, know that feeling and kind of use that feeling to motivate you, to push you through so that you don't fail again, or you do better the next time. You know, again, everybody's going to fail at something. It's a part of learning. We grow from this, but definitely don't let it keep you in a holding pattern. You know, if you want to go and you want to achieve something, go for it. You know, one of the big things that I always say is, you know, I'm a realist, but I'm also a dreamer, in that I want better, but I also, and not saying that I won't get it, but I also realize, you know, I have to kind of look and say, okay, I have to make sure that the necessities are taken care of first, and then go for it. Going off on a lot of rants, but really, you know, make sure you prioritize, but also don't let anything hold you back. Go for it. You know, kind of one of my things is doing this, you know. I don't know if this will take off, it may not. But my big thing is it'd be nice to, you know, people talk about being YouTube famous, TikTok famous, Instagram famous, Twitter famous. But really, I think that's where the failure comes in, is the fact that in your mind, I know that I probably sound weird, but in your mind, you know, you have this goal, which is a good goal to have. But I think when people don't you know, I think all of us want every video to be millions of views. And then if we don't get that because we've set that bar, so it's a weird tightrope to walk, because everybody wants to set their expectations high, but when you set it that high and you don't reach it, you feel like you failed. Better yet, believe that you will be famous in whatever social media you want to, or whatever you do, but work up towards it. Don't think that you're going to post up your first video and then all of a sudden, boom, everything's going to happen. You know, have that goal of you want whatever you want to do, but then work towards that goal. My thing with this is yeah, if a YouTube career pops off or something, then fantastic. But really, more than that, I hope that stuff that I say reaches somebody in a positive way, and it makes them feel good. And if I can do that, then I've done good. And then the stuff will kind of be on its, you know, it'll be on the rise. So really have your goals, but make sure you know to work up towards them. And just because whatever you do doesn't happen instantaneously, don't look at it as you failed. Look at it as you're stepping up to that point. So everybody take care, and I will see you tomorrow.